So this whole area is about to get really retooled. We're about to connect, see where that gravel is. We're about to expand the gravel into this whole area for a fire pit. And in the meantime, we wanted to kind of get an idea for the space and see where the firewood was going to go. Well, needless to say, between Brian, Cody, and a squirrel, this happened. Which we were limbing up this oak tree right here. And you can see some of the limbs we still need to kind of clean up from it, but it gave us a decent amount more firewood. But it's the newer wood and that needs to be on the bottom, and the older wood you're supposed to burn first. What we're gonna do is actually take this as an opportunity to change out the newer wood that you can see is kind of greener on top and put it at the bottom, and then put the more cured wood, the more dried out wood that is on the bottom at the top, so we can use that first for the eventual, and imagine this all in gravel, please. But we can use this all for the fire pit. So anyway, I just wanted to get a quick before and show you what an after will be, or at least a restacked wood after is, and eventual all the way throughout. So you'll have to stay tuned for more updates, but you can at least stay tuned for a quick one. There's one of the culprits. Cody, did you knock over some of this wood? Yeah. You gonna help me restack it? No, you're just gonna try to find the squirrel again. Got it. Guess I'm on my own. Hey guys, this was too pretty not to show you. So I still have a ways to go of putting the older wood on top, but this was just so pretty not to share. Maybe it's a good thing for me to have come out here and been the one to do this, so this could be captured, because if Brian did this would have already been done. Been done already, but you wouldn't have been able to really like see what I'm seeing, which, not to be a little dramatic about details or anything, but isn't this pretty? Look at all just the different greens and like blue tints that are on these pieces of wood. And I mean, just firewood. I mean, it's still kind of messy. There's still some leaves on there. It's not perfect, but it's enough to like where you can actually appreciate just how pretty firewood can be. Isn't that funny? It's just so pretty to me. Okay, Brian popped in on the last part of this, and we were able to get all the wood back onto the wood pile. Here's the after. Well, this is a before before the gravel gets in. We just added this bed in this year. It's coming along pretty nicely. Most of these plants, like that one was like a baby of one that we already had, a white rose of Sharon. That was a clipping. This one, these daisies we already had. We loved them, the performance of them, but they actually get like this tall, and they just completely overgrew the spot that we had them in. It's a good problem to have, but you know, we definitely needed to transplant those over. We transplanted these lilies over. They weren't really happy where they were. And these are phylum lilies. They're like a peach lily, and they almost look like peonies. They are gorgeous. They're some of my favorite. And then we have cat's pajamas kind of going out right here. And then Brian, we both really wanted some fall color, so we added these in that were also good for the bees. And so this whole bed is really just kind of taken shape this year. I mean, it didn't exist a few months ago. So it's exciting to see that really kind of just come together. And we basically did it because we built the garden area over here and wanted to extend the gravel walkway into here to create like a fire pit area. You can see like the chairs in the fire pit were kind of clearing off the way, so that way he's using enough muscle to be able to get all the crush and run and gravel in. So instead of having to like lift off all the grass, like remove the sod, we just burned it, and it seems to, you know, hopefully it works. And then we're also going to lay like some cardboard down like the no dig. That's what we were able to do for over here, was all of this is no dig. And then we wanted to carry the stone across and over. This section is new as well. So it's coming along. I think it'll look a lot obviously nicer when we get the gravel down, but you can see we moved the wood over here, so it's nice, easy access to this area, but then also allows us to access. We wanted to make sure to leave like an access road into the garden, then to where you could bring a gorilla cart right out to this area. Then we could have this area for a fire pit. So anyway, this is a neat before. You can tell it's fall. Okay, we have crush and run in. Brian was able to get this crush and run into this spot this morning, and again, you can tell it's fall during this time, because even just, I feel like within like 10 minutes this amount of leaves are are in this area. But anyway, you can see he rake backed some mulch here and moved over the fire pit or firewood area so he could really just make a clean line under there. Put that rack on stones here, so it's just a little more protected. And yeah, he also watered it all in. So he brought the crush and run over and then watered it in basically. So this step is now done, and the next step to get the gravel here to match this whole area. So I think that'll be so exciting, and it'll make it feel a lot more complete for this phase of garden updates. Exciting. We're on the clock trying to hurry up and get it done before Thanksgiving. We host about 50 for Thanksgiving. We're carrying on a 50 to 60 year long tradition, and it's an honor to just be able to carry their tradition on. And really excited to have this spot safe, secured, buttoned up for all the little ones, especially, and just everyone that's able to come. This is just a whole nother seating area that we'll be able to offer people. So super excited, and excited to share with you the next step, which is getting in the gravel, connecting the gravel access road to this area that'll soon be the fire pit. Guys, I'm so excited. This is what we've envisioned for the last, oh gosh, like 2 years, to be honest. There was that privacy fence here that was essentially falling down. That was here when we moved in, and we just knew that we wanted a garden space over here, and then still a separation, but like a white picket fence. We thought that would be so cute and very like gardeny and cottagey, and which the front of our home landscape vision for it is more formal, and then back here can definitely be like more colorful and cottagey, gardeny, right? And so it's definitely got a long way to go, but not too bad with really planting the majority of the stuff this year. So one of the things that you'll see from back here is there's an access, what we're calling an access road, so that way we can still get in and out. Hey Cody. So we kind of come in and out of here with a gorilla cart and can take things to the garden, but really wanted to be able to utilize this spot right here. We have a Japanese maple that we planted here, and there's a lot to develop in this bed over on this side. It's all just kind of coming together. This bed is completely new. We added it when we added this. The goal is to be able to build the grass up along here so it looks a little bit more like this. This was built up just over the last couple of months and is filling in, so that'll be a nice even layer there. But look, we have an official kind of fire pit area. It's finished before we have a lot of people over. It's one more seating area, and of course ideally we'll have different seating here. This is just here for now, but whether we do Adirondack chairs or benches or just something really fun that can have just extra seating. So the only thing really left, you can see the gravel is in. And of course too, we talked about like if we wanted to make the fire pit out of the stone. stone right here, which ideally we would have, but it's kind of small. This area is actually kind of small for a fire pit. We're just working with the blueprints kind of what we have in this space, and just didn't necessarily feel like adding that here was kind of worth the time or investment just at this point. Ooh, it's fall. All the leaves are falling. But just being able to utilize this for now. This isn't our forever home, so but want to definitely enjoy it while we are here. So all the gravel has been put down, believe it or not, this morning, and this is all the leaves just from this morning. So and it's been a little rainy, so that's why it's a little darker than say that where the gravel meets over here. So there's definitely a lot of cleanup to do. Again, it's fall, so it just kind of is what it is, but exciting. Can you hear it? Just sounds pretty to me. Just walking on it. Again, this bed is new for this year, and the only thing really left to do is set up a couple of stones here. Well, actually, a few things. So finishing out the stone border here, and then also moving the firewood back over into this area, and then we'll essentially at least be done for now. Obviously, we're going to want to plant these up. I think I like those there. I don't want it to be too much, but thinking with full of greenery, it won't be too much like wrought iron type looking, or black accents, like too much looking. I think if that's super lush and full, then it'll just be additional greenery, which would be nice, because we definitely are going to go through these spaces a lot, and to not forget about that specific space, I think, is really important. And anyway, so that's all that's left. So I will try to come back out here when the firewood is moved back in place, so you can really see it closer to completion. I don't know that we're ever done. Like I said, we'd love some Adirondack chairs or some benches for over here that really kind of fit the space. Just gonna have to be mindful of, especially like on this side, it might need to be, easily movable, as that would be, if we had carried some girly parts through here, some larger items. And then also, like, this isn't that far back, like from the fire pit. We had a little fire going a couple of days ago when it was kind of chilly, and like, that sucker was putting off some heat. Like, I don't know that I'd want to be any closer than this. I don't know if that was just the size of fire that Brian built or what, but that sucker was hot. So, like, I'm not trying to get any closer than this, to be honest. So, that's not a very deep chair, right? So from here to here isn't a super deep chair. So just to keep that in mind, we're anticipating either a bench or a chair here, just keeping it on center with these are just some tiki torches that we're trying to utilize, and thought that'd be a neat backdrop. And then again, I mean, you can see the little white flags here. We're just really kind of getting started on retooling this area. And like, it's so neat because this was a canna that was gifted to us. It's like a fire pink color, and then this was a hydrangea that we had in another spot in the garden, and again, it's fall, so it looks like a bunch of twigs, so kind of is what it is. But imagining something that does well in shade, kind of filling this area. And we hadn't had the greatest luck with filling in this spot. Again, thanks for your grace, because it's all covered in leaves right now, but imagining filling in this area, so that way this is an opening right here to this other walkway as well, but having plants lining this area. And this is we're kind of testing this right now. This was actually a solar flare, like the plant. It's an evergreen grass, and we saw to where it looked like you could divide it. So these are kind of just trials. We weren't anticipating putting one here or one on this other side. This one looks a little bit better. But we're just giving it a go and seeing if they take, which This one seems to really be liking it. This one may or may not take. We've tried to Cody proof it. But hey, it's got all winter to kind of think about it, and hopefully it'll grow into something that will look a little bit more like that one, if you can see that one in the back. So anyway, I hope this is encouraging, and excited to share the progress of this project that we've really kind of always envisioned, a fire pit area being on this side of the yard, and just to see it really coming to fruition one step at a time is exciting.